is fun, and we just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future and our goals in sight. We know we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. I can hear you guys.
It's that they hasn't started yet. You mean you don't want to look at church?
Well,
What else do you want to do besides look at church? You have something better?
okay, that's it's okay. They always do it in the I don't know.
Good
We're
morning.
doing it in church.
What's your friend's name, Debbie?
It just hasn't started
Good
completely.
morning, everyone,
So people are
and
just
welcome to the
enjoying
First Unitarian Church of
music.
Oakland.
But
My name's Evelyn Sideman, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees.
Okay.
And I'm going to recite our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge the land and the peoples who belong to this land, the Muwekma Ohlone peoples. Our church, institutions, and homes are occupying their lands. We acknowledge that the lands were stolen from the Ohlone peoples who have an ancestral relationship with this land, the plants, the animals, and the water for millennia, continuous to the present day. Ohlone people are still here. In solidarity with all Indigenous people and their right to self-determination and justice, we commit to working towards accountability for the theft and towards being active partners in the healing of the intergenerational trauma which persists to this day. Amen. Here at First Unitarian, we believe that the holy is found in all of creation and that it is how we live out our values in the world. That is our saving grace. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, and whatever your struggle or hope, you are welcome here. If this is your first time here, please fill out a guest connection card and leave it in the offering plate as it passes by so that we might learn your interests and keep in touch with you. If you want to learn more, please meet with Emily Stoper down here in front of the chancel after the service for a brief introduction.
All right. Sarah, did we get a candle lighter? Oh, Evelyn's going to do it. Excellent. So these are the words for our candle lighting. This is our peace candle. These are by Melanie Davis. If there were a time for a candle in the darkness, this would be it. Using a spark of hope, kindle the flame of love, ignite the light of peace, and feed the flame of justice.
My name is Jessica. I'm the guest today, and I'm so honored to light, thank you, the Black Lives Matter candle. We work to end racial discrimination and injustice, starting within ourselves and moving out into the world around us. We support multiracial, multi-ethnic congregations and advocate for stopping racist policies like mass imprisonment and attacks on voting rights. Our multicultural ministries will continue until there is peace, liberty, and justice for all.
And then together we say, Black Lives Matter.
Now is the time for our chalice lighting.
There are hand signals, and if you know them, go ahead and do them. If you don't, you can make up anything you want to do. It's okay. So we'll say this together. We light this chalice, symbol of Unitarian Universalism. May it remind us of the divine spark in all of creation, the power of love to heal what is broken, and to be grateful for life's blessings each day. The candles are lit. We are here together in this beautiful space. We are grateful for these blessings. In one voice, the people say, "Come, let us worship together."
Sing with us. This is everybody.
Love knocks and waits for us to hear, to open and invite. Love longs to quiet every fear and seeks to set things right.
You should really sing with us.
Love offers life in spite of foes who threaten and condemn. Embracing in love, ease love's goes the second mile with them. Love comes to heal the broken heart, to ease the troubled mind. Without a word, love speeds a start to ask and seek and find. Love knocks and enters at the sound of welcome from within. Love sings and dances all around and feels new life begin.
Okay, I could only hear myself. Were y'all singing? They were. Okay, good.
You start, please. Do you just want to read from the intro? I realized I didn't do my introduction. I'm Natalie Ingraham. I'm a member of the congregation. Hi. This service came out of my kiddo's first birthday party, who you might meet later if she decides not to stay in the nursery, where Jessica's book had just come out, and I was excitedly promoting it and taking pictures of it next to my kid's birthday cake. And we needed summer services, and her book has such an amazing message that I believe both Sarah and Jody also cornered her to say, like, hey, do you want to come speak at church this summer? And that's how she got here. So I'm excited to share a little bit more about our friendship, but I'm going to have her introduce her book a little bit and read a really short thing, and then we'll greet one another after that.
And you're going to talk about why we know each other later, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. I was so honored to be asked to write this book. A lot of people will say, how long had you wanted to write it? And I always say the answer is, I didn't. I talked to the editor multiple times. I said no. She said yes, and I said no. And then I was talking to Natalie, among others, and I do a lot of one-on-one work as a dietitian, and if I could reach beyond that one-on-one, I said it would be worth it. Time will tell. No. So my book is about bodies and how Black women are told to have them. The dominant narratives about all bodies were crafted centuries ago and continue to be told today. From birth, all of our bodies set expectations for those around us. This book makes the case for rewriting those narratives, for putting Black women at the center of our narratives, rather than having our histories filtered through a white lens. I continually use the body as a vehicle with which we can conceptualize how these stories have shaped all of our lives and how we might rewrite them going forward.
And now it's time for getting up, moving around as you please to greet old friends and new. Please keep an ear out for the music calling you back.
All right, Debbie, you need to unmute so we can all say hi to you.
Well, we can say hi to her anyway, whether she unmutes.
Oh, that's true.
Hi,
Oh,
hi,
that's true. Now she
hi,
can say
Debbie.
hi to us. Hi, Debbie.
Good.
Hi, Jody, Judith, and Mark. And
Hi, Judith, Jody.
hold on, please.
Hi, Mark.
There.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bill.
Morning, Bill. Morning.
Oh, they got it. Yeah, definitely got it. Wow. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry a tune. To rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Oh, life's no easy game, but I choose to bring a little joy. The system's hardly working, and for some it's getting worse. They tell you what you don't deserve with lines that they've rehearsed. But you know we are patient, and on the rocky ground we work. My hammer is a chorus, and my shovel is a verse. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry a tune. To rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Oh, life's no easy game, but I choose to bring a little joy. I can't snap my fingers and make the problems go away. Change is God's department, and I file my complaints. But we are surely patient, and in the trying times we wait. Music is the power with which love conquers hate. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry a tune. To rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Oh, life's no easy game, but I choose. I just want to bring a little joy, make a happy noise. I can't hold the weight of the world, but I can carry a tune. To rejoice in the rain, smile in the face of pain. Oh, life's no easy game, but I choose to bring a little joy, to bring a little joy.
Love a good harmony, thank you. All right, so in my thinking about what I want to say in my reflection, I know I want to talk a little bit about how Jessica and I met, and our sort of adventures over the last 10-ish years of friendship. So I'll have Lucia go to our first slide. So I'm very image-driven, so there's about to be a very cute collection of pictures of the two of us together. So Jessica and I met a little over 10 years ago when I tried to hire her to work for a project I was working on at Lion Martin Health Services, which is a LGBTQ and women's clinic in San Francisco. I was coordinating a project there in grad school, and we were doing an intervention, and we needed a dietitian. And while she didn't end up working on the project, she did end up joining our advisory board. So we started getting to know each other first over my not protein sufficient enough avocado toast. And it's an inside joke where I never eat enough protein. Then continued, so we started working together professionally and realized we had a lot of similar interests in terms of our professional approach to thinking about weight and health. We were sort of critical of standard approaches to that. And at the time, both were bought into this idea of health at every size, which is a kind of movement. Over time, I'd also come to learn more from Jessica about the ways that she was pushing spaces professionally in many rooms she was in. So the health at every size and nutrition and dietetics field are very white woman-centric. And she tended to be sometimes an only, in terms of being an only Black queer woman in those spaces, and was doing a lot of really hard work to push people to think differently about bodies in those spaces and finding a lot of resistance. So a lot of our early hangout time together was actually kind of activist time of building spaces and me learning a lot about the ways that I wasn't thinking about race in my work, in ways that I should be, and centering it in ways that I should be. But we also had some adventures, so I'll go to the next slide. Our friendship blossomed through this professional work and connection, but Jessica also pushed me to be vulnerable in our conversations and discussions, and also to be a little more adventurous than I might normally. She's 1,000 times more outdoorsy than I am as a person, but she pushed me to try new experiences, canoeing, kayaking, camping, doing things outdoors. And in those discussions, in those adventures, we would have really amazing conversations about professional stuff, but also about like gossiping. I was going through a divorce during part of the time of it, and our friendship really blossomed in some of these outdoors adventures in ways I never expected to actually enjoy the outdoors. And the bottom left is a new adventure we had during COVID where, how many people have seen Nailed It, the TV show on Netflix where you, yeah, so she had a Nailed It themed birthday party, and my cake won because it was the worst. So yeah, it was a true disaster. And that's me hysterically laughing. We did it over Zoom because it was during COVID, but anyway, the point is pushing me, she had pushed me intellectually and socially, thinking about centering race in a way I hadn't before in my professional and activist life, and also personally in new things that I would not have before. All right, next slide. She has been to church before here. You can see on the left, that's us outside. My dance group has had events here, including a clothing sale called Cupcakes and Muffin Tops. And so Jessica's worked those events. But our friendship deepened a lot during COVID. I don't know how we decided it, but we ended up having kind of weekly Zoom hangouts with each other to kind of check up on our week. And I think for both of us, it really became an anchoring ground when we weren't sure what day it was. We always knew we sort of had our like Sunday afternoon chats. And those early stages is when she was also in early stages of writing the book. I was in, always sort of writing for work. I was so excited to watch that develop and watch her ideas get out into the world in a different way. Once it was safe, the photo on the right is us at a writing retreat we did in the summer of 2021, where we did an entire photo shoot next to a tree while we were waiting for dinner. Again, new fun experiences. But that writing retreat, I got to see her working on a chapter of the book, and I was so excited to see it come to fruition. And we'll plug it many times, but it will be for sale next door in Venti Hall after the service. Cash, Venmo, or PayPal are accepted. But it was just really fun. It was fun and exciting, and we had lots of amazing conversations on that trip as the book was developing again about the ways that she was really thinking differently about her work and the messages she wanted to put out into the world about Black women's bodies specifically. All right, next slide. So as part of our continued adventures, Jessica actually invited me to come along with her to, how many people have heard of Goop, the Gwyneth Paltrow adventure? It's for very fancy, wealthy white women generally. And I don't even remember how the invite happened. I think you just got on an email list. Yeah, we were just like, hey, do you want to go to this Goop conference with me? And I was like, what do you mean a Goop conference? But she was trying to figure out, she was wanting to think about health and wellness in her book, and there's a whole chapter in the book you can read about our adventures at Goop. And she was like, I think I want to understand what these wealthy white women are how they're thinking about health and wellness, right? How that's different. So we took a road trip down to Los Angeles. I was about 4 months pregnant with Alice at the time, and had an adventure at Goop. It was, I think, $1,000, right, for the day per person.